let me turn this joint up. Oh, Lordy. Oh, there you go. Okay. Ashe, thank you for joining. Leonard, how you doing, man? How's your day been going? Oh. My man came missing in the road. Thank you. I love roses, by the way. Yes. Oh, you just saw 11:11? Come on now. We on point. We on point and in alignment, direct alignment. You know, 11:11 is it's the number to actually access the subconscious mind. It deals with manifestation. It deals with self-love. After saying no to a mini trip that I feel didn't serve me with old friends. Oh, confirmation. That is confirmation, man. You know what? I had the same situation yesterday. Had to say no to an old friend, which was an old part of myself, right? Which was an old part of myself. I had to say no to that old self. Yeah, let's get it. Thank y'all for coming on in. Make sure y'all hit the like button so we can get started once we get 3K likes. Once we get 3K likes, we're going to go ahead and start the lecture. Today's title and lecture is consciousness and awareness synonymous? Like, this is a question that I noticed. Like, in the communities as far as, you know, metaphysicality, right? In the realm of metaphysical perspectives and whatnot, concepts and constructs and ideologies, I noticed, right, that even I was doing it too, right? Because, like, in the last live I noticed that I was actually trying to tell you all awareness, but I kept freaking identifying awareness as consciousness. And that I had to go within myself yesterday, and I had to ask myself. I said, so consciousness, man, the consciousness has really been communicating with me, y'all. The more you communicate with the consciousness, right, the more you become aware of your communication with it. So the consciousness is continuously communicating with you, like all the time. It never stops. It's always trying to hint you at how much it loves you. It's always trying to hint you at, hey, I'm here, right? Just like attention. It wants your attention because attention is power, and power is attention. So today, let me give you a small example while we wait to get 3K likes. We need 3K likes to get started in the lecture, guys. But until we get there, let's get acquainted. Y'all can tell me where y'all from. Y'all can ask some questions. Let's get it, right? This is not going to be a long lecture. If y'all can share, if you like, comment, and share, that helps other people to get the lecture. solraeljustice is my YouTube channel right here. And if you want to donate, well, actually, these lectures ain't free. So here's my cash app right here to donate whatever you can. You feel what I'm saying? If you got $1, send $1. If you got 2, send 2. Whatever you can, all is grateful, and I appreciate it in advance, okay? So, what I was just saying was, let me explain to you this little story that happened today, right? And this is starting to happen to me more and more in my life. And Leonard, let me know if you're experiencing what I'm about to speak on. So earlier this morning, like around 7, 8 o'clock or whatever a.m., I'm driving. So in the midst of me driving, I had been seeing rainbows, like actually streams of rainbows today. Like not in the sky, but like right in front of me. Like right literally in front of me, like in the, like, not the peripheral, but it's like, it was like a layer of energy over me today. And that layer of energy was, I guess, protecting me, I would say. But either way, it was giving off like lines and rainbows of like rainbow lines. That's how I could describe it. And of course, I've been telling you guys that I can actually see like my stream of consciousness. It is literally waves, like actually invisible waves, and actually circle invisible like bubbles, right? Or particles. And it's actually dots too at the same time. It looked like the astrology sign for the sun with that circle and a dot in the middle. Some of it looked like that. Like, it's different, but some look like little bubbles, little lopsided bubbles, and then they be having waves and stuff. It's all invisible though. Like I see it all the time, but if I tell you, I really see it outside. Like, I don't know if anybody experiences this, the bubbles and the particles and the consciousness, your consciousness. As you start becoming more aware within your consciousness, you will start to see the bubbles, you will start to see the rainbows, you will start to see stuff, especially when you're outside. Now, when you're in the house, it's not that much light in the house. So you may see a little speck here and there, or like a little gray energy move because it's not enough light. But outside in the sun, you can see it real clear. And when you move, it moves, you moving. So I've been connecting with that part of myself for a while now. I've been wanting to get to know it. It's a neutral energy. So it's neither good nor bad. It kind of just does what's best for us as an energy. It just does what's best for us. And sometimes that may be just craziness to me in my human mind, but when everything is all revealed, I'm looking like, wow, I'm so glad that this happened, that happened. All right, so today I have been seeing really the rainbows, and I had seen like this shield of energy upon me. Like, it was like a layer. Like, I was actually seeing not only my aura, maybe it was my aura, right? But it was like my aura, which was clear. My aura was clear today, but then it had a bunch of rainbows, like projecting or reflecting from out of it, right? So as I'm seeing it on off of my nose, off of my eyes. I'm just seeing it. I'm thinking I'm about to die because I'm like, hold up, am I transforming into light so much that I'm about to disappear off the reality? Like, is it my time to transition? Like, this is what I'm thinking, because I never seen nothing like that. So immediately I was like, it's the sun. Like, I had an intuitive knowing. I was like, okay, it's the sun. The sun is communicating with me today. Okay. So I was started seeing like purple, pinkish lightning, which was light codes. I started seeing light codes just like flash and really quick. So I started feeling a lot of static on my legs, just telling me I needed the ground, because the sun was freaking beaming consciousness on us today where I live at, super hard, right? And my eyes, it was changing them. The sun, the rays from the sun was actually changing my eyes. Like, while I'm awake and I'm walking, I'm like, the colors are changing, the stuff is changing. I'm not on drugs, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do none of that. So I'm like, whoa, like the sun is altering. What's up with you? How you doing, Tanya? The sun is altering my eyes. So I'm like, okay, we having upgrades today like a mug. Let me tell the collective. That's what I'm thinking. Let me get ready to tell the collective if I can, because it started being a little bit overwhelming. I was like, damn, I might gotta stay away from the devices today. But then I was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna ground. I'm gonna push through, right? I'm gonna hustle. Hustle means push through. I'm gonna grind. I'm gonna hustle. I'm gonna push through. I need to post today. So I just went on and let the day go by, and now I'm here on nighttime. But when I was in the car, y'all, I was in my car and I'm driving. I guess since when you're driving, your consciousness is not your consciousness. Your awareness is focused, and your attention is focused on the road. It's focused on you actually driving your vehicle. So you can't really see, like, you receive a lot of downloads when you're driving, right? Comment that in the comments, y'all. How many of y'all receive a lot of downloads or a lot of upgrades when you're actually driving your car? That is because your ego is literally focused on the road and you're able to receive. When you're driving, if you ever want to know something, ask your higher self or your higher self a question. Then go for a drive or walk, but especially go for a drive. And then watch, you will receive that answer while you're driving. It's going to come to you either in a song or an intuitive nudge. It's going to come to you, the answer. Why? Because driving actually puts you in the receiving mode, right? Driving actually puts you in the receiving mode. So as I was asking questions like, what is this? What is this light? What are the light codes, right? Because I be wanting to get to know the energy so I can share it with y'all. Source codes, you feel me? So I'm like, okay, we getting like a solar flash of sun, right? This could be some manifestations from the solar flash we had a week and a half ago. A lot of the sun was blocked out in my neighborhood or where I stay, but today it was bright and beautiful. And a lot of that energy came through, a lot of that love. It felt like love. So then if I can identify with a human feeling, it would just be like love, right? So while I'm driving, and we trying to get us up to 3K likes, y'all. Remember, the lecture starts when we get up to 3,000 likes. Once we get up to 3,000 likes, we're going to start. This is a powerful lecture today, guys. Powerful, powerful, powerful. This right here is a powerful symbol, bro. This is everything right there. And it just goes to show you the Trinity. You know what I'm saying? The Trinity. That everything, right? Everything is you, and you are everything. So you will begin to start to having these type of experiences. You will, especially once your confidence gets higher. You start to really have it more. And then when you ask, you just gotta ask. I ask for the presence of my consciousness to be with me at all times. Show me undeniable evidence that you are here with me, so that I can be, so I can have so much confidence, so that I can tell the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, show me your presence in my life, more than just numbers, more than just synchronicity. I'm talking about, I want to see something so undeniable, I gotta cry. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's the type of evidence I need to see of the consciousness in my life, right? And it's gonna say, oh, okay, that's what you want to see. Then you'll start seeing really stuff. So I'm driving, I feel a light touch on my leg. Something actually touched my leg. It was light, like a laser light. Because a part of the sun, that sun that we see on the earth that I live on, it's like a laser. It's like a humongous laser. And the firmament, you can look at it as like a magnifying glass. So if you take a magnifying glass and the sun beam through it, it give off a laser light and it like burns stuff, right? Or you could just take a plastic bag and put some water in it, a sandwich bag, put some water in it, take the put it to the one corner of the bag, tie it in a knot, and then let the sun beam through it. And that water bag with the water in it will act as a magnifying glass, and it will burn like fire. You can start fire that way, right? And I like camping, so this is type of stuff that you can do. So I feel the little laser light on my leg, and I'm driving, so I can't just really be like, it's something like a spider. I thought something was crawling on me. What does it mean when you see the same number multiple times? It means whatever you feel it means. Like, I don't know. It depends on what you was thinking when you seen the numbers. Because what the numbers may mean to me could be different to you. But let's try to keep the questions on topic, guys. Let's keep the questions on topic, right? So, I was driving. The light had hit my leg. Once the light hit my leg, thank you for the lights, y'all, I realized, like, that's the sun. Immediately, I had a download. That's the sun communicating with me. So I kept on driving, and then it touched me again, real good this time. Like I felt it the first time, but this time, like, there was no denying. Remember, I asked for undeniable, right? Undeniable evidence for the presence of the consciousness within my life. I asked for this time, the touch was so hard, it was undeniable. It was no way I could have said that was a spider, that was a bug. It wasn't. It wasn't, because I actually seen it. When I looked, I felt the touch, I seen it, I seen a white orb. I literally seen a white orb, and then it disappeared. Thank you. And then the white orb disappeared. So I was like, wow, the sun is talking to us today, is giving us love today. So I kept on driving. That was just like the highlight of the day. That was the highlight of the day. But that's when I got this download right here to share this with you guys, to try to shed clarity and enlightenment on this topic. It's not going to be long. So is consciousness and awareness synonymous? This is really important. This symbol you see right here, this symbol is just to basically remind you that your mind, your soul, your body is all the same energy. You know, it's to remind you of your, everything is interconnectedness. You know, it's to remind you of the blood, your own sacrifice. You feel me? That you sacrificed to be here. It's activating, right? It's activating your subconscious mind. It's activating timelines within you. It's activating consciousness within you. All right, now, so is consciousness and awareness synonymous? A lot of people, right? Now, this is my perspective, what the sun told me today, right? Now, from the download, from the processing of the download that I received, it was that consciousness is the presence of everything. This is what my soul told me, right? Consciousness is the presence of everything. Right? It's the presence that is everything. That's what consciousness. Consciousness is the presence that is everything. And awareness is the presence of position in everything. Okay, so let me write that down because I gotta remember that. My bad, y'all. Let me try to get this down real quick. This is really good. This is a really good topic, man. Especially a lot of energies. A lot of people really think that consciousness and awareness is the same thing, but it's not the same thing. It's literally not the same thing. It's different aspects, but of course it's all connected and interconnected, but that doesn't mean that it's the same. So consciousness is presence in everything. So everything you look at is consciousness. It don't matter what it is. It's consciousness. Now, awareness, right? Awareness is presence in positions of everything. So, according to, if you maybe might look it up, it might tell you that awareness is knowledge, right? But then they might try to say that consciousness is knowledge because it deals with the, neurological concepts, right? However, consciousness is literally the presence in everything. And awareness is the presence in positions, right? So let me give you an example of what I'm saying. Thank you for the lightning. Let me give you an example of what I'm saying. When I overdosed, right? There was a time ago on one of the timelines long ago where I overdosed, right? And so when I overdosed, I remember like doing the stuff, and then next thing you know, everything went black. Once everything went black, I basically woke up. Right? So once everything went black, I woke up. But really, I wasn't, the awareness, right, the awareness had separated itself from my body. Right? So I remember as awareness, right? I remember seeing my body over there unconscious in its own consciousness. Right? I remember seeing my body unconscious in its own consciousness. But as awareness, I was aware of my unconsciousness. You see what I'm saying? So consciousness and awareness are not the same thing. So being that I was able to hold the awareness that I was simultaneously unconscious at the same time, that allowed me to be able to operate from the other side of the veil and get somebody else's attention. This is how I saved my own life. When I overdosed, my spirit or my awareness popped out my body. Boom. The body was on the ground. The actual physical body was on the ground. It was laying there. As awareness, I just felt like a thought, right? I just felt like a thought. I didn't feel the feeling of having legs. I didn't feel the feeling of having arms. I just felt the feeling of being a thought. That's what it felt like. And so, as a thought, I knew that I was awareness. Like, I was aware that I was the awareness that is within that present position. Right? And that at that present moment, my body was unconscious in consciousness. Right? Remember, consciousness is the presence in everything. But awareness is the presence of position in everything. So, once I realized, like, okay, I'm a thought, right? Because I felt that I was aware of it. I was like, okay, my awareness. I was like, then I remember looking around like, okay, what am I supposed to do? Because I did not know what you are supposed to do. As far as I knew, there was no afterlife. Nothing didn't exist outside of the human experience. As far as I knew, I didn't believe in God. I didn't believe in the devil. I didn't believe in nothing, not a damn thing. I didn't believe in myself. I didn't believe in like nothing. I was so separated and I was so disconnected from my consciousness. I was so disconnected from my intuition, although my intuition never gave up on me. No matter how dark I was, no matter how dirty I was living, my intuition never gave up on me. The consciousness never gave up on me, right? So this is how I saved my life. Once I popped out the body, I was looking around and I was like, oh no, what to do? I remember thinking, I was like, oh, am I dead? I was like, wait, no. Like I was awareness. I was a thought that was communicating with myself. I was like, wait, no, I can't be dead because like this, I remember thinking like I can't be dead and I was just looking around. So then that's when I was like, oh, I gotta save myself. So I thought a thought. I swear, I thought a thought and I appeared at my friends who lived in that same building that I was sitting on the steps and I overdosed, right? I had a friend that lived in that same building. I was actually coming from the friend's house. The friend didn't know that I was doing these type of things or whatever. I was doing this stuff secretly. So nobody even really knew what was going on. So that's why I was by myself, right? So I was left the friend's house. So the friend was like, all right, I'll see you later. I'm gone, woo woo. So then that's when that happened. And I immediately thought a thought. And next thing you know, I showed up, I poof, like instantly. The awareness manifested at the front door, right? The awareness that I was within the situation, within everything, manifested at my friend's front door. Right at that very present moment, my friend came out her front door. She came out her front door. I, as the awareness that is within that present moment, in that present position of the consciousness, I blew some air, right? It's like I already knew what to do. I blew some air into the person's ear. And then it was like, when? And then my friend did like this, like stopped for a minute and then started walking to the left. Walked to the left and walked right into my body, which was laying on the ground. Walked to the left, walked right into my body, which was laying on the ground. So my friend ran over there like, oh, no, let me call the police. Let me call the ambulance. So she called 911. 911 came. At this moment, I was doing a lot of stuff on the other side, like spiritually, like in that very present moment that existence, my awareness went to other, like it basically pinged itself. I'm calling it ping, but I don't know what it did, right? I don't really know the science of it, but it basically reappeared somewhere else in another realm though. This wasn't like a realm that was here. It was another realm. It was dark. I'm calling it hell realm, but I don't really know, right? But I'm just saying this that because that's kind of what it felt like, because I had so much fear in my root chakra at that moment. At that time, I had so much fear that I didn't release. So my consciousness automatically took the awareness to that fear aspect, that fearful aspect or that fearful existence. So the ambulance came. Once the ambulance came, they put Narcan in my nose. They put the Narcan in my nose. I was having an experience with a light beam. The light beam had this really bright circle around it. And it wasn't like a human hand, but it was just so bright. It was something that appeared to be like a hand, but it wasn't a hand at all. But I thought that it was a hand. So then it like put on my chest. And next thing you know, it was like, your time is not up yet. You know, you have to go back. And I remember thinking like, no, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back, because I didn't want to go back, because this felt better than that, right? The position that I was in felt better than that position that I would have been in if I had to go back to that body. So I wasn't trying to go back to the body. I was like, fuck it. If this is death, let me be dead. Fuck that body. Fuck my mission. I don't give a fuck about nothing, right? That was my attitude. But the energy was like, you got a lot to do, so you got to go back. Like, you're not finished there. So next thing you know, all I remember is falling down like a optical illusion. I just remember falling down the darkness of optical illusion, and then I seen the light, and then I landed through the light, and then I woke up in the body. Boom! I woke up at the hospital emergency room. I was like, I'm thirsty. And they was like, we can't give you no water. We just gave you this Narcan and da-da-da-da. But at that very present moment, I was like, wow, there is experience beyond this experience. There is life beyond life. And that's when I found out that this was the afterlife. I've been saying that for years now. At least 4 years I've been telling the collective this, right? And now other people are starting to pick it up, and other people are teaching it, because it's really a high resonance. And we got more people resonating on that frequency, and more people are starting to really, really project that template onto the collective consciousness, which is actually accurate, very accurate within itself. So now let's get back. I gave y'all that. Thank you for the shares, and now we got 3,500 likes. Thank you. See, now we got more people in here. I appreciate that. Anybody got any questions before I go any further? Anybody have any questions? Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the likes. She is God. Ashe, how you doing? You know, thank you. Do I have any water in it? Damn, I didn't bring no water. Can y'all hear me well? Can everybody hear me well? So would you say we are in heaven now? I would say both. I would say that it's everything you could think about at the same time. So I would say we are, if heaven had a location, which is just the perspective, I would say that we're in both, right? I would say that once you become your awareness, I would say depending on the amount of awareness that you hold, depending on your experience in the heavens, right? In the heavens realm. So that's really the way out, right? Here's the thing. Is consciousness and awareness synonymous? Consciousness is everything. Awareness is the way out of everything. Coming from this exact perspective. If you want to get out of being trapped in your own imagination, which is hell. That's hell. Forgetting who you are, right? That's what I say hell would be this. Me forgetting who I am. Me forgetting my powers. Me forgetting my soul's name and all its experiences and stuff. Me forgetting myself. To me, that's hell. Like, you can't even remember who and where you came from and why you're here. That's fucking hell. Right? So in order to break out of that hell, I will have to gain the awareness. And the awareness will allow me to be present in that position of being aware in that present state of consciousness. Ashe. Thank you, B. Ashe. And so that's how I would say. That's what I would say. I would say, yes, we're in heaven, but yes, we're in hell too. I would say that because the body is dense. So being that you can see the body is heavy. If the body is heavy, the body is in the root. It's in the root. We're in the earth right now. It's like root. It's like grounded energy. And so that, to me, because hell, when you look at hell, right, there's different perspectives. So one way of hell is the one I just told you. Another perspective, I see hell as just being solidified, like a physical body. So like this body went from 9 ether and now it is 6 ether. And that is the human form. So I feel that in my own perspective that hell would be the human form or the human experience. It's just something that you can actually physically observe and experience because it's so heavy and it's so dense. That's what I would say. Thank y'all for being here, by the way. So let's drop. I do. So let's drop some of this knowledge on y'all, guys. Now that we really kind of know. Now that we really kind of know the difference between consciousness, the difference between awareness, right? Now, how can we hone in on having or holding that awareness to the point that when we do separate or transition or transform, this is what I'm saying, right? They're calling it human being. I personally call it human transforming. The reason why I call it human transforming, because this is a process of dying and life and death. So this process is a process of us dying and dying and dying over again. And each time you die, you're transforming into a new you. You're transforming into a better you, or you're transforming into a worse you, whatever you choose you want to transform yourself into. But the science of death is the transformational science. And we are here as the chemists, which is alchemy, right? The alchemists, to actually become masters of the dark arts. And when I say the dark arts, I don't mean that in like satanic or in that type of way. I mean that as Earth is in a dark space, we're actually surrounded by dark energy and we're learning how to master it. That's why you have challenges. That's why the dark energy is allowed to pretend to be adversity or adversary in this reality. Right? That's why the concept of an opposite is even able to exist. Right? That's why. Because the consciousness needs to become aware of its present state and position. And that's pretty much what it is. That's pretty much what it is, guys. And we're going to keep this thing going a little longer. Do anybody have any questions? And Leonard, that was a beautiful question. Y'all know I love questions. Like I love questions. I love asking questions. I love being asked questions. This is like one of my favorite things to do is to play questions, right? Even as a child, like I've just always been that type of person to really ask questions and then to get questions. I want people to ask me questions because I just always want to have a higher like learning of how this or understanding of things. So that was pretty much how I wanted to bring that lecture through, guys. And I feel that I brought the aspect of consciousness and awareness through. Tanya, what's up, Tanya? How you been doing? I ain't seen you in a while. You said you just got into your account. You just got into your new account. That's what you said. Let me see. I don't know, Tanya. Your account looking kind of funny. But yeah, though, that's literally where we at with this thing, guys. I really just wanted to drop some perspective on you. I just really wanted to shed light to the fact that, I've gained more awareness on the topic myself. And I noticed that even I was doing that. I was saying that the awareness is the consciousness, when, yes, consciousness is everything and the awareness is the consciousness, but they're not the same freaking ideas. They're not the same ideologies. And you'll notice that through, you as the alchemist, right? You as being the alchemist. Thank you for joining my team, Ashe. You as being the alchemist. That's what's up. You became sweetie, you became the 54th member on the team. Ashe, 5 plus 4 is 9. Let's get it. Come on now. Come on now. The powers is working through you. The powers is working through you. So, I just wanted y'all to have that, that wisdom, right? I wanted you to have that on you so that you got to understand, as you being the alchemist and as you performing alchemy on yourself right now, you're actually turning yourself from base metals, lead, you're transforming yourself. Every time you do some spiritual work, you wake up a new self, you have alchemized that self. Now, you've went through all the metals and base metals, and now you're gold. You're gold, your heart is made of gold. That's because you've mastered the dark arts. And that's what I feel, honestly, that this is the afterlife. And I feel that a lot of us here are really kings and queens and gods and goddesses who ventured in this experience from another timeline where we are very, very, very high vibrational beings or high vibrational consciousness. I feel that a lot of us, the way death was celebrated during a lot of our times, we knew we was going to another place, right? I felt that we knew we was preparing ourselves to go to this incarnation, right? And so literally, right now, this is an incarnation, right? If you look at the flowers, the flowers, carnations, they literally represent life and death. They literally represent rebirth, transformation, right? And so that's kind of why I feel that a lot of us are royalty within our soul's DNA, right? So you got your bloodline DNA, but then you actually got your soul DNA, right? Your soul DNA is more spiritual. It's more spiritual, more ethereal than your, let's say, your actual bloodline DNA, right? Because the soul is not separated by a lot of the limitations that we hold here, a lot of the belief systems like race, like nationality. We don't really, that's not somebody could be from India and you could be me. And we could still have the same soul. We can be cut from the same fabric of cosmic seed. So it's a difference. A lot of us actually live existences and have families before we came here. And this is what you call initiation. Earth and life on earth within itself is an entire initiation. A lot of us is going back to our royalty, back to our thrones. As we continue to alchemize and master the dark arts, we get closer to ourselves and we get closer to home. So, as we continue to basically alchemize and basically, participate in the experiments of the transformational science, which is the science of death, we can now start to open up portals, right? What I've been teaching people, I had hella lectures, and I was the only one that was saying, yeah, I'm teaching people what to do after death. Like when they leave this body, because I know personally that it's something not for this. I know personally from my own experience that there's more and that we should have directions and know what to do. I already know what to do. We got to clear a lot of that subconscious consciousness. Because what happens is, remember, that first space I went to was kind of like a hell. Why? Because I had so much fear that was stuck and stagnant in that root chakra, and the awareness could not travel or expand further than what the Stargate would allow it to. It's blocked. That's just like a woman. A woman, when she's on, right, I know that's right, Sun Golden. A woman, when she comes on her monthly menstrual, right? Now, she could put what they call a tampon in there. But she put the tampon in there, the substance, right? The blood, it gets on the tampon. So it actually blocks the flow of the blood coming out. That's the same thing with the consciousness. If it's a bunch of fear there, that's like, fear is like the tampon. So it stops that energy from flowing freely. And when you transition from this body into another state of consciousness, as far as dying is concerned, the actual consciousness teleports the awareness to where it feels you need to be in order to gain more perspective, in order to love yourself in this fashion. It's truly simply all about love. Like at the end of the day, even the narcissists are love. They're just in self-love, but they're in self-love that's in a way that benefits them. No, I mean, who's to say, that it is what it is? Everybody to each his own. The only thing we take with us is who we become. I like that. The only thing we take with us is who we become. Wow. So let me ask you a question, Kimberly. How do we become the person that we need to take with us? Like, how do we become the awareness that we need to take with us? That's what I want to know. How do we become? I'm asking Kimberly, how do we become that? Right? Because this is what I wanted to do with this. I want to share perspectives. Like, I don't just want to be on here talking. I want to communicate, and build with you all. This means you all need to, or it would be helpful to drop your perspectives in the box. It would be helpful to ask questions. It would be helpful for me to ask you a question, just like I just did, right? That's our experience. It's our best evidence. Yes, Ashe. And that's just what it is, guys. Literally. And I love you all, right? I love y'all. I will be back on here soon. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get in there like that. According to the light codes that came in today, I really still need to register and process a lot of that information. I picked up a lot of information today from the sun. But I want y'all, we're going to do a quick little, before I go, I just want y'all to look at this picture right here. It has actual light codes within it. These symbols, this is all light language, right? These symbols are all light language. These codes, this is an actual high vibrational frequency that the ego and the conscious mind doesn't really understand. But the consciousness is aware of what this energy projects within itself. So I just want you to become aware with me. I want you to become aware with me right now. I want you to be conscious with me right now. Symbols like this, if you stare at, meditate on, you will begin to concentrate and focus longer. That's what it's all about, guys. It's literally all about how long can we focus and concentrate at one point. Because right now, your consciousness is projecting its awareness consciously. Right now, your consciousness is projecting its awareness through mediums of light, which is the body. The body is a medium that the consciousness, that allows the consciousness to basically hold the awareness, so that the consciousness, which can't be embodied in no way, can experience itself. Did y'all get that? Did y'all get that? Did y'all get that? Thank you for the follows, by the way. Appreciate that. So, when you, hey, before y'all go, look, I got 7 people in here. Is everybody subscribed to my YouTube channel? Look, here go my YouTube channel right here. The link is actually in my bio, right? You go to my bio, you see the YouTube icon, you press it. Go there and subscribe for me, please. That's all I'm asking, right? Just help me to get to wherever I need. I'm trying to get to 600, right? I'm really trying to get to 1,000, but let's get to 600 first, right? And then let's teamwork on that over there. Help me to basically get the algorithm. Y'all gotta interact more. But I'm released from the outcome. It is what it is. I put it out there. Shit, if you gonna do it or you ain't. But symbols, guys. Symbols are very, very high vibrational. And they are a way to communicate with the God within you. They are a way to communicate with the supernatural power within you. They are a way to communicate with the blood within you. Because the blood is everything. The blood is everything. Ashe. So yeah, with that being said, y'all, we've been in here for a little minute. I believe I brung this concept through in the best way that I could. You know what I'm saying? I believe that I was able to access parts of you all that shall activate higher levels of healing within you. I have some type of symbol on my inner, okay, we got to work on that one. Maybe it was the top of, inner thigh, on your inner thigh. Wow. I wonder what that's like. Is that like a tag or something like that? You feel me? Because, sometimes, man, shit is, yeah. So, guys, I remember about 3 years ago, I did some lectures, and I was teaching people how to stay aware, how to basically stay awoke once you exit out the body. It's a process. It's actual steps in a process you could take. But the first thing is you got to clear your energy. You got to clear your energy. You got to clear your ancestors' energy. You got to clear the collective. You got your soul growth. It's a lot, y'all. That's why when it comes to high-level lessons and you start knowing you about to graduate up out of the matrix, you be happy. Your soul be so happy. It was a battle in my room. This is before I knew what I know now. Ashe. So, I love y'all. Have a good day. Have a good evening. This was powerful. This was short. This was a short but powerful lecture. You know what I'm saying? And peace. You know what I'm saying? Peace. Adios. This was powerful.